Okay, guess who? It's Nick Dutch. This is on the Nick Dutch Videos YouTube channel. And I'm putting out this video because I want to think about the direction that this channel should go. Because of the nature of certain forms of attack against certain schools of thought, shall we call them, it would be worthwhile changing the direction of this channel. And what I want to try and do is change it to the proof of the pudding is in the eating kind of message. But that's also going to provide a lot more complexity and difficulty. First and foremost, the New Age world, the occult world, is so heavily bogged down with religion and people creating new religions that the whole message is getting blurred. I mean, one of the reasons for me to do a lot of my blogging full stop is because the New Age movement is actually getting out of control and is not quite fulfilling its requirements in terms of introducing people to parapsychology, introducing people to the phenomena involved, including things like precognitive visions, astral projection, the occasional instances of telepathy, and other related things. So it becomes very difficult for me to just filter out the rubbish. So what I'm going to try and do is to explain to the best of my ability how certain forms of phenomena occur and can seem to be created, basically. So I've got to go into meditation, I've got to go into the subject of altered states of consciousness and my own personal experiences through that. I'm a firm believer, so to speak, that the vast majority of people, if they were to dedicate themselves to a certain quantity of time every single day to perform certain exercises and to give themselves some kind of mental training, they would then be able to start to have some experiences initially of a very mild level, so to speak, but they would definitely create in the individual the desire to ask further questions about the nature of what life is about. So this is essentially what I'm planning on doing. I'm still maintaining it with great passion. My opening gambit, the paranormal is real, get used to it, suckers, okay? So that's still basically what I'm about. Can I turn around to improve it through rational discourse? Not really. When I look back over my own personal experiences, I can't just accept a physical reductionist perspective upon what life is about. It's just not possible for me anymore. Alright, I just can't do that. And I suppose the danger for some people is that they can have some strange experiences, and as a result of that, because of their nature, their political stance, and the way that they personally process information, is that they're quite likely to go towards extremist politics or extremist fundamentalist religion. And as a result of that, I want to try and discourage that particular way of looking at the world, because I don't think it helps. We are living in a world in which there's so many wonders and so many things that, let's be honest, we still don't know. And that's unfortunately the way that things are going to be for many centuries to come, possibly many millennia to come. So essentially, let's try and break these things down to the experiences, trying to go through a process of training so that one can eventually have these strange experiences. And even for the percentage of the population who are not capable for reasons of body chemistry, mentality, whatever it is, then to point out that there are still some benefits to the process of going through the exercises, whether this is through self-knowledge, understanding the whole, body-mind connectivity thing, through things like the ideomotor effects and how wonderful that is, as well as the various forms of insight and impressions that one can get as a result of delving into one's own mind using forms of deep meditation. Okay, now that's going to open up lots of cans of worms, and that's going to make my job as a YouTube occultist, so to speak, if that's an appropriate term. I don't know, I don't think it is. I don't really like the term all that much. But it's going to make my work doing these videos probably a little harder. I mean, I can tell someone about, some standard natural science things such as brainwave entrainment, and someone who is a hard skeptic who says they only believe in science will not believe in brainwave entrainment. which I personally think is hilarious, because there's enough hard science out there, hard natural science, biological science, neurological science, psychological science, which proves and demonstrates something basic and natural, okay, natural science orientated, such as brain wave entrainment. The quantity of attacks that I'm opening myself up to is extreme, and a lot of them are completely anti-rational. Okay, there's lots of these people who are skeptical, or allegedly skeptical, or pseudo-skeptical, hard atheists, who don't really have the capacity to look at their own ways of thinking and behaving and processing information, and working out where the irrationalities and the bad arguments are within them. I got a client. I got to call you. I'll be right back. Okay.